Okay, guys, welcome back to our podcast. Today we got D. Greemar. Say hello.
Yo,
Yo.
it's D Green.
And we have whoever he is. So say hello, whoever you are.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
mind telling them what you do and who you are.
I'm unemployed, and
This is our special guest, ladies and gentlemen. He's
lonely.
unemployed. He's lonely. That's his name. Lonely.
But you can call me Storm.
Yeah, his Storm. There you go. Okay. What do you got? What's our hold up. So economy, am I right?
It's doing not great lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dollar bill has inflated a lot
Yes, the dollar bill.
because we're printing so much money for all these stimulus checks.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. Joe Biden. Ooh, man. What's your opinion on him?
I don't really know him well enough. Haven't done enough research to really get
Good
an
grasp.
opinion, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daniel, what's
I've
yours?
been seeing how he does.
I mean,
Which-
like he's been doing pretty well since he got into office.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Is it plan to talk about politics?
I don't know. I have no game plan. It's how it is. Okay. Next subject. What's happening today? You guys got anything big this week besides, school tests for all of us?
No.
My birthday's on the day of the benchmark.
Wow. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna take the benchmark.
Can I join you?
I suppose if you really want to.
Okay. Um. Okay. So, on average, how often do you guys use YouTube?
Every day.
Yeah, every day.
Same. Okay. Would you prefer if they showed picture ads when you're scrolling, but if they did that, it would reduce some of the ads you see when you start a video or when you start a video?
Sure, yeah. I mean, like in recommendations there'd be ads?
Like when you're scrolling through, would you prefer for them to put like a picture and then an ad more often than they do an ad at the beginning as soon as you start a video? It would
Yeah,
reduce
that'd be
the amount
great.
of the ones you see when you start a video by like 25% around.
They've been adding a lot more ads, I think, in the past few years. to
But it would
YouTube.
increase
So,
the ads you would see when you're scrolling. But I mean, you can just scroll past them, but they would still be there.
That's fine.
Okay, Daniel, what's your opinion?
Media page, I'd like that.
Do you think
I'd rather-
YouTube should allow what they allowed back when it first came out? All that stuff, free. It's like back where they allowed literally anything to be posted.
I mean, like, no censorship or copyright or anything like that?
They literally had porn videos on it, sex ed.
I mean, not really. I like that I'm allowed to use it, and if they allowed that, my parents would not let me.
I mean,
so,
not
I'm
like
glad they
not
don't have
like
that.
I mean like they can talk about stuff like that, not show.
Well, I mean, they talk about it anyways. I don't think that that's against the
I mean,
rules.
like they allow more. They're not as restrictive. Ooh, an arrow.
In certain aspects, I think that they should be less restrictive. I feel like people have been having a lot of problems with copyright. And while I think that it should be protected, I think that it's being used a little overkill.
Yeah, I agree.
I would like to have less censorship on YouTube.
I hate YouTube Kids. I hate YouTube Kid videos. I hate them.
I feel
They're
like
horrible.
the censorship is really unfair because,
Exactly.
like, for
One guy
creators,
can post like
PewDiePie-
literal garbage, and the other guy can post something that's not as bad and still get taken down over the other guy.
Well, yeah, I saw some people talking about censorship, and so PewDiePie, he can't even cuss anymore. He has to be careful about
Well,
that.
yeah, he's such a big
And-
creator. If he cusses, he's not gonna be able to make as much as he would normally, because they cut
Yeah.
they really take down your advertisement abilities and what do you call it, income.
Hmm.
Well, what sucks about it is that there's like no one. People are too scared to be genuine
Yeah,
on YouTube.
like their own opinion. It's all whatever
Yeah.
they're being paid to say.
Exactly.
Like especially with sponsors. I mean, they're say. I mean, I would say I'm gonna say nice things, but I want to give my honest opinion. Like, oh, but certain aspects can be improved. You know, like for example, let's say Raid Shadow Legend sponsors you. Every time I've seen a sponsorship, even like JonTron, it's nothing but nice things. But I know that it's not the game itself. They may be kind about advertising, but they don't allow people to say like, "Oh, the game itself could need improvements." For example, or yada yada this.
Yeah, it's a lot of the same thing.
Yeah, it's whenever you see an ad for or sponsor for a same product, it's always the same thing. Oh, did you know we're growing with over 20 million consumers this year? Beats headphones will become the next big thing.
That doesn't really have anything to do with YouTube censorship. That's just them wanting to.
That's just advertising,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I
yeah.
support advertising on YouTube.
But I would
I
also
think
like
that-
their honest opinion.
Yes, and I think that's up to the viewer to believe whether or not they can believe it. I mean, you just have to be perceptive and see whether or not you trust the content creator you're watching.
Okay,
I think-
I'm gonna send you guys a YouTube Kids video. I want you to watch it, and I want you to tell
Why?
me your opinion, because this is the kind of stuff that they've been posting for kids.
Advertisers? Oh, you mean
YouTube
okay.
Kids. People on the podcast, you won't be able to watch it, but we will describe it to you guys, so don't worry. Direct messages.
You want to say what it is? Maybe.
The name of the
Can
video
you
is
do
just called YouTube Kids. I can't I if I don't want to get copyright, because they're gonna definitely copyright, but it's someone else posting a video of their content, so technically it's a loophole. As long as I don't
I think
say
you can
what it
say video
if I don't
names.
know.
Know.
If I don't show it, I think is the main thing. Watch that real
Okay,
quick.
but the name of the video is YouTube Kids. Okay.
It's something along those lines. Just watch that video and tell me what you think of that. That's an actually part of a YouTube Kids thing from like one of their famous ones.
It's very over the top obnoxious.
Yeah, it's just
I don't know what this has to do with the point you're making, but that is
tell
really
me.
weird.
I'm saying that YouTube Kids content nowadays is just full on crap. None
I
of
think
it's.
that's a joke about YouTube Kids, though.
No. He took a footage from an actual YouTube Kids video.
Oh, we did.
That's from an actual video.
That's ridiculous. Then.
Yeah, I'll send you the original video real quick just so you can see the thumbnail.
Right, I don't think.
Okay.
I think this is just that.
Yeah, this looks a lot like just a joke about YouTube Kids and not actually the thing. But if you're sure it is, then that is ridiculous.
I've seen the channel before.
Well, I don't really mind it because kids are easily entertained, and like,
That
if
is
they
a
like
good point. It's not showing up in my recommendations.
exactly.
I feel sorry for their parents having to listen to that, but I mean, if it gets views, I don't know. I guess they can do what they want.
If it keeps them occupied.
Yeah.
I can't find the actual channel, but here's another. These are actual videos, and I've seen that channel, but I forgot the name. But here's another video. I don't know if it's by the same one, but it's from a real video that this guy took footage from to show that how or not. I didn't meant to. I sent that to someone else. Oops. And then like, I want you to compare these two videos to and see they're different channels, by the way. The YouTube Kid people that are making this, two different channels, but I want you to see how similar and how bad they are because it's trending and they're gonna everyone's gonna post it, especially the animating ones.
Well, that is very annoying.
Yeah, and
Danny
that's
Boy's
from an
evil.
actual YouTube Kids video.
Okay. That is
and it's just pure
Annoying.
garbage. So yeah, I think if they're gonna advertise towards kids, make something
what the hell?
that's not that. You know, something that's that you could take $5 to make in like China, and then just put whatever's new, like Granny and the pig from the Roblox game, and the ice cream guy from the ripoff mobile game of Granny, and have them all have children that look the exact same, and then Siren
that
Head.
there's-
Bloody Siren Head's down the street. Oh, run away. We forgot our babies. Oh, Amogus. Like,
Weird that
that's,
there are horror game references in a child.
yeah, and
video.
it's and all those games are not, child appropriate, but all the kids are watching it because it's trending. Oh, hey,
I don't think this is trending.
There's a lot of that on YouTube.
no, yeah,
like-
there's a lot, and
Yeah.
they get like millions of views.
Jumping on the bandwagon. It's like, yo, this has Granny.
Granny in it, bro. Let's watch that.
I think it's
Like, give it
because
like
of the
two.
algorithm. They're putting things that
Well, yeah,
are
as long as
trending,
it's not, because they can put recommend for YouTube Kids, and kids will click it because, oh, it's that horror character, Granny. Let's watch it. Oh my gosh, it's so spooky. Granny's gonna beat up Siren Head, and then the mama pig's gonna tap her child, and it's gonna grow.
Yeah, I
fight.
agree with that storm right there. That's just people taking advantage of the algorithm to get views from little
Yeah.
kids. That is a very bad thing to do. I don't like that.
Yeah, and they use like stuff that's not even kids content, because none of that screams, I want kids to watch this and enjoy it. This is, what can we make a quick 1 million views off of?
I'm
And
gonna go on the website.
sometimes I
see
think they're
how many-
making it for what do you call it, adults to see, so that the adults can watch it and get even more give them even more views.
I don't think that
Like to watch it
They're
to see how bad of a
planning on having-
content it is.
I doubt that. I think kids will watch that on repeat because that's what kids do.
Yeah. But YouTube should really stop, giving someone a strike for saying the F word on a non-YouTube kid channel, and start looking at what the actual YouTube kids channel are posting, and make sure, it's appropriate for kids.
I think that whole people stopped caring about what their kids saw a long time ago.
Yeah.
That is a very good point. Yeah.
I was in 3rd grade. My friends were all talking about how they were playing GTA 5.
My parents still don't let me play GTA 5.
Yeah, I played it once. It's really inappropriate. I do not know why 3rd graders. It's terrible.
But then you have like Annoying Orange playing GTA 5 and killing like all the people, and there's blood everywhere, but it's a YouTube kid content.
I don't think that is the
No,
case.
no.
I
Search up Annoying Orange Gaming. I feel bad for whoever actually enjoys that content. They play stuff like Granny and stuff, and it's a YouTube, what do you call it, kids channel.
Annoying Orange has more or less been for teenagers, and I feel like
Yeah, most kids nowadays don't know what orange is. That's that's a how old is that show? Like 6 or 7 years old now?
I thought that they stopped making Annoying Orange videos.
Nope. I don't know whoever does the voices, but the ones that were doing like the girl one and the grapefruit, those characters, because those were different people from the one doing like who was doing all the main ones. One guy was doing it. They all left after the actual show stopped. But when YouTube came out and it's like, hey, you can do stupid voices and get money off of it and do it for years and still make money because it's the funny orange with the messed up teeth.
Well, I don't.
I mean,
Who?
I'm not saying that they can't make that content. I'm just saying if you're gonna recommend it towards kids, do more kid-based things like learning. Showing them how to teaching them how to do words, colors, stuff, or like have like stuff where it's like sort of like animating like cartoons, sort of like Cartoon Network and stuff. You know what I mean?
There is a lot of that content on YouTube, and I
Yeah,
feel
but
like they
but
also
if
let them
if you
watch actual TV with that sort of stuff on it.
yeah, I know, but I'm
And
saying most of the days you see junk like what I just showed, the two videos I just showed you
no, I
nowadays on
don't.
YouTube,
I never
especially
see those
because
in
you
my
don't watch those type of
recommendations.
videos. If you go on the YouTube Kids app, trust me, and you watch like if you watch a single like animated video, it's gonna start recommended more animated, and then sooner or later, like a day, you'll be on that side of YouTube Kids.
That's what YouTube's Kids is for, is to give kids videos. Why are you complaining about a platform you don't use?
Because the kids' videos they're
That's what it's
showing are not are just people trying to make cash off of what's hip, like Granny, and not
Yeah,
actually taking time
and
to care about the kids that they're showing showing the content that they're creating too.
frankly, I don't really care about that because they can make content. If people want to watch that, they can watch that and support the creators that make that garbage. I don't get the big problem here. Sure, they're using a broken algorithm and only making it worse.
Yeah.
But if it's, I,
Okay.
you know,
On to
what's to be
next.
done?
On to next subject. That was a deep hole. Uh,
Um,
what do you got,
the
Daniel?
Minecraft Monster School animations.
That was
Oh, those are horrible. I hate those. Where it's like Enderman versus Herobrine. Herobrine's the
And I'm
teacher.
doing the same thing back then. They're doing the same thing now. Sure, it's gotten more vulgar,
And especially with all
comedy
like
has
the horror mobile
eventually
games and stuff.
evolved.
become more vulgar.
Yeah. Vogel.
More,
Nice.
More widespread, more accessible.
yes, like it's more commonplace for something to be.
To see. But usually you had to actually go and search for that kind of junk if you really wanted to find it. But nowadays, front page, if you make a brand new YouTube account and put like and then search up kids channels, scroll a little bit, you're destined to find junk like that a lot more than you were back then.
That's because they're using the algorithm in
Yeah,
a
I
way
know
that
that.
makes
I know
them
that. I'm
promote it.
saying YouTube should find a way to recommend actual kid learning stuff compared to the garbage animation that they get from freaking like India or China or wherever they're getting that type of stuff from. Whoever's making it, if they're gonna spend time and make that kind of junk, they should spend time and make actual learning. Because the freaking color learning videos, they make hundreds of millions of views and they're like good learning videos. Like if people just take the time on the bad YouTube kids channels and make something that's actually going to teach your kids, and like especially if you make it like certain native to certain languages that don't have big YouTube kids channels to rely on, you could make a lot of views and become a successful channel.
Yeah, they can waste their time making that if they want to. If you want to find good content, don't search that kind of content. Look for something good. I don't see why this is a big problem. Just don't search that. I mean, if it's
Okay.
not for you, it's not for you. If you're entertained by it, the kids are going to watch it.
Okay, guys. Next thing. I got another thing. What's your opinion on Roblox ad? Not the one advertisement. Not the ones you see on YouTube. The ads you see on Roblox. Because
I
Roblox only
don't
shows
play
Roblox
Roblox.
ads. I saw one that was literally trying to get people to become Christians on Roblox.